Today is the Remembrance Day of 9/11, but we're not really here, Keith. We're phantoms here at Pimlico Park. We're on set, but we're not on set. And let's kick on to this first race. We've got the track is sloppy, and we are off the turf today. Plenty of scratches to get rolling into this claiming 16. Never win 3. Scratch with the 3. Excuse me, the 3, the 13, the 9, 12, 10, and 16, Keith.
Yeah, I don't think there's any changes in distances on today's race card. Obviously, rainy here in Baltimore, as the Counting Crows had that one song, right? It's raining in Baltimore. Remember that? Yeah, and so off the turf. We're going to get through it. Still a good betting card. We do have some scratches, but a lot of these races stayed intact in the opener here. 5/8 on the grass. We're going to roll right through here. I like the 14. Ruling Front comes in first time for a barn. Tommy McMahon, 40% off a small sample. This guy, his last 2 dirt tries, he's galloped. He comes in, bred certainly on the top side to like the off track. There's plenty of speed. I think Angel Arroyo can get this horse in a position right to the front or a stalk and pounce kind of trip. If you're looking, maybe for a horse that can come from a little bit off the pace, top combo here. Mario Saray, Grant Whitaker. Okay, Acosta on the 14. Thank you. There's a late rider change. Acosta on the 14, Ruling Front. But Crown Count Crisco, Grant Whitaker, Mario Saray trying to keep it going. That one should benefit because this pace is going to be on us. Dialing Dissy going to be up front as well. That's the 8 horse for Snake Frock. Let's go to the second. 14-8-4-1.
Let's go to the second. In this maiden claiming a 12.5, a mile and 16th here on the dirt, the biggest takeaway is that all these horses have had plenty of chances to break their maiden. And the biggest question is, A, who's going to love the slop right now, and B, who has had the most unadvantageous previous placements in form, who's going to get that nice trip out of it. But before we get into that, let's get into Keith's early pick 4.
Yeah, roll right through this. We'll go 1 and 5 to get you started in the pick 4. It's a cheap ticket, $20. Brown Delivers going to be a short price. Epic Rise, late breaking blinkers on the 5 Epic Rise. We spread in race 3 with the 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. Turn to race 4. I think it's another wide open race. 1, 2, 3, 7. We're going to take a shot on the single, Pharaoh's Baby Gal, in race number 5. There's your ticket for the early pick 4.
Early pick 4. Take the scratches of the 2. Jockey change number 6 of Bryson Butterfly to Walter Rodriguez on Neverfold. Race number 2 in this maiden, 12.5, 2 turns around the dirt here.
Another chance here. Brown Delivers going to try to make amends. Beaten favorite at 70 cents to the dollar last time, Callie. Inside speed with Barbosa. Should be very tough. Mike Drow's high percentage trainer. Epic Rise, we talked about the late breaking blinkers. This horse really hasn't performed at all off the claim. This is the last ditch effort. Maybe this horse will show a little bit more speed with Lopez back in the irons. We shall see. Legitimate closers in here would be the 9 Auspicious Lad, kind of a lumbering type of runner. And maybe the 3 Transfer of the Funds has run okay over this racetrack. 4 in the money. 4 for 8 in the money at Pimlico. Transfer of the Funds comes off second off a little bit of a break. Should rally into it.
Race number 3, this maiden special weight going a switch over from the turf to the dirt, of course. Mile and 16th here on the dirt. Who's the most fit? Who's the most bred? We've got some scratches, though. Change the jockey from Jeremy Rose to Javian Toledo on the number 1, Sir Lump-A-Lot. Scratch the 6 and scratch the 7, kitten around and furiously.
Yeah, do you have any real opinion in here, Callie? You got the 2 on top.
I have
Ought to go. Give me a little thought on that one.
Keith, I always have a definite opinion. I'm just leaving this morning show to you a little bit. But this is a $375,000 sale. This is a Spitestown who's going strong in his second time start and second time routers as well. But most notably, 23% with those second time starters as well. War Chance not far behind him, with being at 15% with that. Broken got a touch heady on the backside, was overcome by 2 fitter horses at that point, but he held on a challenger on the inside for a nice third. So I see this horse at loving the dirt, loving the off going as well. Spitestown 21% with his progeny on a wet track.
That's the key. Should benefit, no doubt, from that first race in Spitestown on an off track. You've always got to consider that one and should be forward enough and handle. I got that stamina build up at Colonial. I go to the outside with the 9 Blown Save. I like that name. By Bernardini out of Promoted Deputy. The mare won first out. Can handle the wet. One on synthetic as well. Half Brother, Take Charge Deputy. 6 or 7.
I also have a stat.
On and off track.
On an off track, the progeny on this mare out of 48 goes on an off track, 13 wins, 6 seconds, 7 thirds, 5/4. That's well over
Well
about
over
50
the.
about well over 50% in the money for those wet dirt progenies.
I like that one. Sir Lump-a-Lot, the other Brittany Russell to the inside as a user, as well as the 3. Harbor Moon is interesting. Malibu Moon, 16% on and off track. Mare was quick, 0 for 3, but had some speed. Siblings loved it off track. That's my note there. And 2 for 5 in the money with first-time starters for that family. 9-2-1-3 in the third.
2931 for me. But let's kick on to race number 4, where there are no scratches in this claiming at 10 event, going a mile and 16th here on the dirt. And just on the surface, you have to ask yourself, which is stronger, Cheap Speed or come from behind? But Keith's got an opinion on the number 7, who he has in his top selection. We got a video spotlight
let's go look at that
on
video.
that one. Breaking from the gates, Uncommon Valor.
Yeah, this is going back a couple races back, right? This is
Yes.
the race on August the 6th. Speed was golden. You know, during a little period, there was like 3 or 4 days in a row, Callie at Laurel, where you wanted to get to the front. Uncommon Valor, though, has an okay number on an off track, but certainly can handle a route of ground. I like the effort. After the early adversity, steadying, pinch back, swings way wide, and does come on with a pretty good run against the grain of the racetrack. Again, last time out, 5.5, just a little too short, as Dialing Dixie went wide or wide. There's some questionable speed types. In race 4, I'll take a shot with Uncommon Valor, the 7, to rally into it here on this off-going.
Keith taking the turn with the ones coming from off the pace in race number 4. Race number 5, another maiden special weight. We got a couple of them rolling here today. 5.5 furlongs originally on the turf schedule here for the sloppy track today, but we've the scratches in the 4, the 6, the 10, the 12, the 13, 14, 15, and 16, which leaves us with the number 3 as both of our top selections, Keith.
Yeah, 5/8 on a muddy track, first time out. Pharaoh's Baby Gal got to be tied on, because we know a horse like Lady Serenity, she's got plenty of speed. But I'll go with this daughter of American Pharaoh. Certainly like this weather, right, on Preakness a few years back. Got it done 2 for 2 on an off track. Mare was good, 4 for 12, graded stakes winner on the dirt, 1 debut. We know the percentages with Brittany Russell with these 2-year-olds. First time out. She's been gangbusters of late. So I'll take a shot. Pharaoh's Baby Gal. But she's going to have to be tied on. 5/8 first out. Not easy on this type of going.
Exactly. Not easy on this type of going, indeed. But let's kick on to race number 6. Another maiden special weight. This time going 6 furlongs as intended on the dirt. Just 1 scratch in there. The number 9, Iron Lotus, is a vet scratch in this race. And But before we get into that, we have a pick 6 that I'm rolling on. I go wide in this one. There's a lot of backbreeding that goes well on this with backbreeding on this wet surface that I've got, 4 going 5 wide in there. I single in on the 13. I see Reply for Rudy Sanchez Solomon. Skip at race 8. Those are 2 obvious choices. Race number 9, I go ahead and hit the all button. There are plenty of scratches, a lot of about 5 MTOs running in there. That's going to be a nice competitive field. Race number 10, 3, 4, 9, and race 11 with that maiden claiming 12-5. You have to go. Couldn't single in on anything there, so I went ahead with the 4 and the 6 as some nice horses that have been able to go okay on this type of surface for a $60 ticket.
Okay.
But let's kick in to this race number, 6 here, where we've got Keith as the number 7, as you go with Malibu Moonshine for Charlton Baker on top.
Let's come back to the 7. We'll look at a video of the 1, right? Free
take a look.
admission. Do we have that video? You've got free admission into the mix. And,
I
this was a good effort. Second time out, snuck away at nearly 9-1 up into the maiden special weight ranks for Salzman Jr. Really good. Relaxed here early, was prompting that pace. And I like the way this filly just kind of keeps going, because she was put to a serious drive here past the 5/16 and just keeps on grinding. O'Shaughnessy just a little bit better. But the experience factor certainly should help free admission.
And
Down inside, she's going to have to break.
Yeah, she goes ahead and switches. I mean, she did take some stutter steps out of that gate and was hustled forward, so it just needs to be a bit, maybe it was just a touch fidgety in the gate, just shifting weight. She wasn't doing anything particularly wrong in the gate, just one of those moments where they're shifting a little bit in the gate and the gate's open and you don't really have a square horse. So should be getting a little bit better. The only thing I question is the extension of from the 5 to the 6, and the filly, the breeding as far as a wet dirt isn't particularly strong, but there's not a whole lot to go off of. So there's just a little bit of an unknown there with the number 1 free admission.
Okay. A couple firsters to keep an eye on. The 7, Malibu Moonshine, coming in for trainer Charlton Baker. The breeding really good. The full sis, 1 debut. at Keeneland a couple years ago. Came up here to run third behind Street Loot. There's another firster in there. Mare was solid. She won her debut. So I think it's all systems go. Is the jock does still come in, Dylan Davis? Because I didn't get all the jock.
I didn't. No, I mean, I guess it
Okay.
looks like Dylan's still in town.
Meaning business with some good work.
I mean, I know.
Up in New York.
I feel like Katie and Trevor still have that house in Annapolis they haven't sold yet.
Okay, thank
no
you.
jock changes, thank you, Damon. But no, so Dylan's probably chilling in Annapolis earlier this morning. But just interesting about this filly, she hasn't produced a lot that's been going well on the mud. 29 starts of her progeny on the mud, only 3 winners, 3 seconds, 1 third. So that's the only reason I have faith here in this field, but just kept her underneath just for that reason alone. But let's kick on to race number 7, this claiming 16 for fillies and mares, which have never won 2. Originally scheduled for 5 furlongs on the turf. We switch over to 5 furlongs here on Old Hilltop, but scratches here in the 6, the 7, the 12, the 14, and the 16 today. Keith, you go with the number 4. Which is your value play today?
Yeah, a little value play as well. Queen Cashmere, Dale Cap, claimed back in March, going second time blinkers. Major excuse on the day she was claimed. You see the comment there, in close early, just failed to pick it up. Just a little bit of late life. And I think there's some questionable speed types in this race. I think Dale must like her with protect move here. Should be kind of in range. Need to stay close at this shorter distance, but I think she's got a chance at a price to pull a mild upset. I think Fortes is going to take plenty of play here for Grant Whitaker and Mario Saray. He's been holding pretty good form. Should be forward. Kind of gets that stalk and pounce kind of move. Doesn't have a slew of gate speed, but enough to stay in range, I think. And the one intrigues me from the rear, Rock Rose. Really fast, laid off since October, going to make this 3-year-old debut. She's going to be hustled out there with Rodriguez, see how far she can go. 4:10, 1:11 in race number 7.
Race number 8, this maiden claiming 45, going as scheduled originally. 6 furlongs here on the dirt. We both find ourselves liking this 7 horse. There is a scratch in the number 1 rare breed, but if we could jump to that video right away on Invective for Jane Sabelli, Angel Suarez getting a little bit of experience that first time out.
Yeah, this is a pretty good number, right? 54 is okay, 2-year-old first time starter. Amazing Alex was, I believe, 1-5. Can I see that far? I've got to look at the TV behind me. Can't tell you where we're at. It's our secret little spot, Callie. Yeah. But, yeah, a good effort nonetheless. Willing Chase all the way home. 4th-place finisher came back to win. It's next 2 with numbers of 66 and 70 buyer figures. So Invective, yes, off time, appears to be working forwardly. Breeding should be just fine for an off track. Should be right within it, right as the gates open. I think Take Charge, too. You know, Kieran's horse has plenty of speed. It's been the stamina part. How far can Take Charge to take this field? I'm looking at the 5 a little bit here, though, for Trombi. I know he's a little light with first-time starters, but when you do this angle, I kind of tweaked it down a little bit, pretending this is a maiden special weight because he's protected. 4 for 19, 21% with these 3-year-olds. So there's a lot to like. You've got the first-time starters, 5 for 16 in the money out of this mare with 2 wins.
Well, and on top, to go further into that, specifically on the off-going, 12 starts on the off-going, 1 win, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. So this one is going to be liking the surface today, Keith.
I have to never enough time, so we know that one was very fast.
Yep.
No time like the present. Might just be that good in debut. Twice Gold looks to rally into it. Kind of hampered. Got a good trip. Dropped inside after a little bit of a slow beginning at Timonium. Made a run, but the internal's not that quick, allowing that speed to carry on the bull ring.
Race number 9 is this nice allowance out, turned into a competitive allowance here on the off-going as we get the scratches of the 1, the 3, the 4, the 6, the 7, and the 9, and 12, 13, 14, leaving a bunch of MTOs and only 1 originally meant to be in the field. So there was only 1 left standing. The rest are MTOs, Keith. But you land on the number 11, Hoodoo Land, which we have a nice stat on Hoodoo Land for Shug McGahee. In the past 3 years on the dirt, 4 for 5, 80% winning. And specifically for these 3-year-olds, that second time routing and a winner last out, that's really where the kicker is with that return on investment of $4.14, Keith. There you go.
Putting all the angles together here for Shug McGahee. Yeah, teaming up with Forest Boys, winners yesterday, right, within a hurry. Hoodoo Land, pretty good. I tell you, the blinkers went on last time out. That was the first time stretching out, and she really relished it. Right there, prompting a pretty good pace. What I liked is the last like 70 yards, she just kept going and going, going. Like she really liked it. I think she's going to be fine on an off track. We'll be prompting the pace. Click to confirm is quick. Got a lot of horses with similar styles in here. Comes back with a bullet work. I think Hoodoo Land can be forward and just kind of keep on grinding the rest of these maybe into the ground. But it's a good competitive field. Shorter field. This could be a very good finish.
This is going to be a nice finish, especially with all of them, all these main track onlys gunning for the finish. But let's kick on to the other allowance that we have going on. This 6 furlongs on the dirt for the Maryland-bred restricted 3-year-old race. A scratch in the number 8 with the number 8 fourth. But we do have a video on the horse we both have underneath, Keith. The number 3 Golden Eyes for Tim Keith, coming back off of just a little bit of a break last time out.
Yeah, Golden Eyes has always been good sprinting. The numbers aren't really glaring. That might be a concern, certainly. You're going to have to step up a little bit maybe to get over top, but there's a lot of speed in here. Golden Eyes just keeps grinding away, and I think with a rider like Forest Bush, you're going to get a little bit of a patient ride. You're going to get a ground-saving ride. And some speed is going to have to come back, I think, in this race. So Golden Eyes, with a steady progression into it, all the sprints are good. Why not another try today? But to win it, going to have to step up a little bit more because there's some talented horses in here.
Absolutely, including one of those horses being Al Loves Josie, who loves this type of footing. Whoa. 2 for 3 on a wet dirt, taking the drop. Keith, you have Al Loves Josie underneath?
I do, and listen, he's going to go. X-Man just send away from the inside. Comes back fairly quick. Awfully good try at Charlestown. You thought maybe the rabbit for
yes.
a lot of hope. He held well to like mid-stretch. I watched that race, and he's going to be on the engine today. Proven number, a top number of an 84 on a sloppy sealed surface. What he's going to get here today, he goes. You challenge him maybe at your peril. Let's see how good Blue Collar Boom is, though. Blue Collar Boom, yes. 2 for 2 here for Damon Dilladovico and Stormy Stable. Has yet to hit an off track, but has done everything professionally in its first 2 races. Got away with some slower fractions at 7/8. Okay, I don't think he's a one-dimensional type of horse. This guy is run very well his first 2 starts. Looks like he's got a good head. I think he can relax somewhere mid-pack. Hopefully some things develop up front. He'll bring a run.
You know, I originally had this horse on top as well, Keith. I had the same type. I originally went 9-3-4, but then I switched it last minute. But I'm just, again, it's the whole, it's just the unknown factor, whether this horse can handle the off-going or not. But I may be regretting my choice of putting this horse underneath. But with that being said, let's kick on to our nightcap of the night. This maiden claiming 12-5. Just a bit of a late scratch with Grass Cutter as a scratch, and then a late scratch of the number 1 Dunder Boss, which leaves us a bit of an easy field to pick apart since we both landed finally together on this one.
Yeah, but, I ended up on this one by default, but maybe I should have gone with Replicated up front or Come On. I had a negative ladiness. Ness, yeah, this horse has the experience, should be forward with blinkers on. Ness is only 2 for 34, though, with first blinkers, 2-year-old maiden claimers on the dirt the last couple of years. So if you want to look elsewhere, maybe
this is the spot to do it.
This might be the spot.
This might be the spot to do it with. Yeah.
6, 4, 7, 3. I can't say I really love anything in race 11.
Let's kick off to the lightning round to pop things up a bit. Just want to give a farewell to include who was a Maryland-bred horse of the year. Just old age, had a bit of a heart conditioning, and they just had to put him to rest, but put in a nice, entered stud in 2003. Instant success as a stallion, producing multiple Grade 1 winning millionaire panty-rated graded stakes winner on the dirt, turf, and synthetic surfaces in his first crop. Other notable progeny include Grade 1 winners include Betty, Her Smile, Cash Included, and Include Me Out. Oklahoma-bred millionaire, She's All In, and multiple graded stakes winners, Sconson and Redeemed. Just a nice stallion that we had that was a Maryland, just a nice Maryland bred that was representing Maryland very, very well.
Made his mark all over, I tell you. Yep.
couple of Jerry Robb boys that did some good, showed us some good. We started off with a lot of hope over in Charlestown in the Robert Hilton, as we just mentioned. It had a bit of a rabbit, but finished up very, very well.
Yeah, they got a good trip. Had a little adversity out of the gate. Was able to kind of work an inside-out trip and rolled on by. There was the other Rob horse we talked about right earlier that had the speed. Al Loves Josie, just fading that last 16th of a mile. But a lot of hope. Really good form. Took a late hit down in that race as well.
Took a late hit, but then the other one also, yes, the other one, Bandit's Heart, getting back to Delaware and putting just kind of making his mark on that career, Anna's Bandit being his dam, and just kind of continuing on with that success. But let's talk about a couple queens. Let's talk about, first of all, the queen on the green here in Maryland. Forest Boyce getting a win for Her Majesty herself, getting it in the second race for Richard Hendricks. But the queen, Her Majesty, just passing away here on September 9th, was able to get a win, able to breed a winner still here, having a lasting impact on the thoroughbred industry, both in the States and all over the world. So just wanted to honor that the queen is still making an impact here, especially nicely matched with our queen on the green, Forest Boyce. But let's take a look at some stakes action that we had yesterday. Some nice races that we had going on. First, we do have some races coming up. We have some nice stakes races coming up here in a couple of weeks, but we had some nice stakes winners here yesterday. But let's kick on, Keith, to your best bet and value play of the day.
Best bet. Let's get it started right off the bat. Ruling Front coming in first time for Thomas McMahon. Speed, outside speed. I think this horse getting back to the dirt is going to be the key. Stays the trip here at 5/8 of a mile. Your value play of the day, race 7, number 4. There's your queen play again, right? Queen Cashmere. First time for Dale Cap off the claim. Good angle, always a good angle. The protect move. Another horse that should sit within range and try to move into this quick pace in race 7. So
let's see
there you have it.
Let's see if we can make another queen happen today here on Sunday. But let's kick in. Let's wait for Dave Rodman with changes and scratches.
All right. Good luck.